Hello and welcome to the channel. My name's Mike Walker and today we're looking at one of the lowest price wireless mic systems on the market at the moment. This sells on Amazon at $36.99. Is it good value? Is it worth it? You may be surprised. The wireless mic in question is the FiFine Technology K037B, which includes a transmitter, a receiver, a lavalier mic, a headset mic and two accessories, one being an adapter to go into the camera and another adapter to go into the phone, which I think is a really nice touch. So let's see what's in the box. So in the box we've got the instruction book, which is great. It's a really nice instruction book. It's in colour, it's got illustrations, very simple to follow, and it's in English, which is great. It's got all the specifications, troubleshooting guide and everything you need to know about the unit. There's also a warranty card which also doubles up as an introduction to their Facebook page and their website, which is nice to know. And then onto the main items, we've got the receiver, which has got a 1/4 inch jack, and it's got an aerial there which comes out to improve the reception. Although I did try this and I didn't pull the aerial out at all and it was fine, but I suppose if you're going to go a little bit further then a good idea to pull the aerial out. So yeah, 1/4 inch jack, a mono jack, which means you could plug it straight into a PA system, a standard PA jack, or you could use it straight into the mixing desk. If you're using a camera, which is what we'd be using in my case anyway, I'd have this adapter which comes with the kit, and that goes straight into your camera now. That's the TRS 3.5mm jack, and that'll go straight into the camera. There's also another adapter here which is for a phone, which I think is a great idea because the sort of people that are going to be attracted to this unit because of the price are probably new starters, new vloggers, people just starting out in the business, and they might not be able to afford a full recording kit. So they could actually record this on the phone, plug it into your iPhone or your Galaxy or whatever it is. So that's a really good inclusion, I think, and a well thought out little accessory that's thrown in. And then we've got, well, the lavalier there. These have got both the headset and the tie clip have got mini XLR to go into the receiver, the transmitter rather. And they just go in there, nice snug fitting, which again is quite a nice professional way to do it, as opposed to a jack. And then the unit itself, the belt pack transmitter, you turn it on, pressing this button here, and then you've got the frequencies which you can change. You might have more than one of these, you might buy 2 or 3, in which case you can change the frequency just by tapping once on the top set button, and it'll roll through the different frequencies. There's 20 frequencies altogether, so that's great if you need to run more than one mic. There's no batteries with the unit, so make sure you've got some ready when the unit comes by post. What you'll need is 2 AAAs for the receiver, which go in there, and then in the transmitter you'll need 2 AAAs to go in there. I'm live mixing this section on my newly acquired Zoom L8 Multitrack podcaster, which I did a review about a couple of weeks ago. You can see it if you click on the link above, or if you can't see the link, it's in the description below. But by doing this, we can easily compare the different sounds of 3 different mics, one of them being obviously the FiFine K037B, and we've also got the Zoom F1 lavalier, and on another channel we've got the Sennheiser 416 shotgun mic. So let's have a listen and see what they sound like. Okay, so the setup we've got here is we have the FiFine on the left here. This is the transmitter from the mic. I've got the mic equally distanced from the F1 lavalier mic, which is also going through the system. So I've got the FiFine and the Zoom F1 lavalier both together on my shirt, just here at the same distance from each other, so there's no advantage to any of the mics there. We've got the FiFine module plugged into here with the aerial extended, and at the moment we're listening to the Sennheiser 416, which has been the mic from the start of this video, and for the first time now we're going to hear the other two, and in particular the FiFine K037B, which is this one here. Right, this is the FiFine K037B going through the desk on channel 3. It has been EQ'd to sound a little bit better than it comes out of the box. It comes out of the box, I'll show you the flat setting there. I'm just going to alter the EQ now. So this is how it comes out the box, like that, which is quite a, you know, it's geared for speech and for you know, for cutting a voice through a PA system. But it is a bit boxy and a bit harsh and a little bit light for my liking. So, but the, you know, the beauty of buying a desk, especially something like this, like the L8, you can EQ it to your heart's content and get it to sound a little bit better. So for my particular preferences, I'd prefer it to have just a little less top, a lot less middle, like this, and just increase the bottom end a little bit. So we've done about 2 or 3 dB increase on the low frequencies, and probably 5 dB decrease on the mid-range, and more or less I think I'll leave the top end where it is, so the high is the same. So now to me that sounds quite a lot better than it did when I first plugged it in and it was on flat response. So we've just added a little bit of bottom end, we've taken away quite a bit of mid-range and left the high frequencies just where they are. So now that sounds a lot better to me, but this mic is only $36.99 and you can't expect it to sound anything like the 416 or even the Zoom F1, but it sounds good, and with a bit of EQing you can get it to sound even better. Let's hear the Zoom again. I'm going to knock down the FiFine now and up with the Zoom. Now the Zoom is quieter. I don't know if you can tell that or not. We have got quite a bit of interference in the studio because I've got my router just above there and there's all sorts of things going on. We've rolled off a little bit of bass on this one. I've added a little bit of middle and I've added a little bit of top, so no matter what mic you get and how much money you spend, you might just want to tweak it to get it the way you like it. So let's look at the FiFine again, and that's the FiFine. Probably a little bit low in gain. I'll just turn that up to compensate for the EQing that I did to it. So that doesn't sound a million miles away now from the Zoom F1, which is this one. So I prefer the Zoom F1 to be honest, but it is £150 as opposed to £40. But for £40 or $36.99 on Amazon, this really is a pretty good buy. Let's say the Sennheiser 416, which this mic is an £800 mic on Amazon. So let's see how that sounds and compares. That's the Sennheiser 416. That is very, very quiet, and is the EQing on that, let's have a look, is virtually nothing. I've taken a low cut on there. That is flat response now on the 416, and at flat response it sounds great. Compare that with the F1, which is that one there. The F1 stands up very well, I think. It cuts through, it's very good for solo vlogging and that type of work. And I think also for somebody starting out and they want to try out the wireless instead of being tethered to the camera, this FiFine would do a great job for somebody that's starting out, and I'd highly recommend it. I now have the FiFine K037B attached to the camera from the receiver straight into the camera using the supplied lead, the camera lead. I've velcroed it to the side of the tripod because there's no connection or hot shoe mount or cold shoe mount on it. It's not going through the desk this time, we're going straight into the camera. So this is what it sounds like going straight into the camera. You can, don't forget, in post-production you can put EQ on it as well if you like, but I think it sounds pretty good. The biggest draw, the biggest attraction to this unit would be the price. I mean, $36.99 on Amazon, I'll put a link below, is a fantastic bargain for a thing that does so much. In a range test I did earlier, the mic is comfortable round about 60 feet. I don't think I'd ever go further than 60 feet, I can't see the point, or I can't think of a reason why I'd be further than that. You also got a phone adapter, which I think is a nice touch because, as I mentioned earlier, you can record direct onto a phone if you haven't got an audio socket on your camera. So you could record directly onto your phone and then sync it up in the edit. And that'd appeal to anybody starting out who's got a limited budget. And let me say that I was kindly sent this unit by FiFine, free of charge. But I'm not being paid to do the review. I'm just giving my honest opinion. I am actually quite surprised how good it is compared to the sort of price that you can pick these things up for. I'd certainly recommend it to people I think that would benefit by it. So I don't think it's a mic that the professionals would buy or use, or professional creators would use. But for those starting out, it would be an ideal first time wireless system. Well, once again, thanks for staying with us. I hope it's been informative. I hope you've learned something. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell to get more of the same. And have a great new year, and I'll catch you in the next one.